Hey everyone, it's Karen. Thanks for being here. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for your support. And if you are new here, welcome. I am a low-income bi-weekly budgeter, cash envelope stuffer. So if those are things you are interested in, I hope you enjoy this video and consider subscribing to my channel. Actually, in today's video, we're not going to be doing budgeting or cash envelope stuffing, but we are going to be doing a little bit of paper crafting. My daughter has started a new job and she is willing to start cash envelope stuffing her paycheck. So she has allowed me to make her a binder. These are the binders that I use. I don't use the pretty binders that other people use. I made these out of my craft paper, and this is how I do my cash stuffing. I'm kind of toying with the idea of getting those pretty binders, but I kind of like the uniqueness of this too. So I'm going to be making a binder similar to this for my daughter. And I'm also going to be making 2 additional envelopes for my binders. One is for my binder and one is going to be for my wallet that I carry with me. I'm going to be making a month ahead binder or a month ahead envelope, and I'm also going to be making an envelope to keep in my wallet for blessings. And we'll kind of get to that story a little bit later when I get to that point. So these, I'm just going to be putting everything on these discs. They're kind of like happy planner discs, if you're familiar with that system, just like this. And I got a bunch of these on Amazon for about like 100 of them for super cheap. And then I'm going to be, we'll move this out of the way. These are the categories I'm going to be setting up for her. I'm going to be doing savings and car insurance and car tags, and then a gifts envelope. So these are the ones I'm going to be doing for her. And I'm going to be using this black as a back cover and this green cardstock as a front cover, because green is her favorite color. And this way she can interchange green and black between front and back covers however she wants to, and then she can decorate the covers with her own little stickers. So these I'm going to set aside for her. Where should I put these? I'm going to set aside for her covers, and then this polka dot one, isn't this so cute? I'm going to use this one for my month ahead folder, or my month ahead envelope. So I'm just going to put this to the side, and we'll start with these. I printed these on vellum. Hold on one second. Okay, so I printed these on vellum. I don't know if you can see. Let me get the green paper. I made these on Canva, and this is just a 6.5 by 6.5 square. And then this is the middle point, hopefully. Let's see. 3.25 by 3.25. Yeah, okay, so this should be the middle point. So I'm going to cut around this outline, and then I'm gonna fold on this line. And then, yeah, so those are gonna be her envelopes. And just do one on camera so you can see. I don't know how much you'll be able to see. I don't know if you can see my whole paper trimmer here, but I'm just going to line the outer corner or the outer line along the groove of my paper cutter, and then just cut everything out that way as straight as I can. And this one's pretty easy to do these because it's vellum, so it's like kind of see-through. Like, not see-through, but like kind of transparent. So you can see the line and how it lines up. So they're going to end up being this size. So I'm gonna cut out the rest of them, and then I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So these are her envelopes now, all cut down to 6.5 by 6.5. And then I'm going to just get my bone folder and crease along this line right here so that I can fold it and it'll be kind of even. hopefully. Let's see. So that's what her envelopes are gonna look like. And then the money will fit right in there. See? So that's what that looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and fold the rest of these, and then I will be right back again. Okay, so I've cut out all of her little pockets here, and then I'm also going to be making, like I mentioned, I'm going to be making a month ahead. No, we don't need that yet. We're gonna be making a month ahead folder for myself using this paper, and this one, because my envelopes are a little bit bigger than the ones that I made my daughter, so this one I'm going to cut to 7 by 6.5. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the 6.5 and I'm gonna score it at 3 1/4, which is really hard to tell on this because I don't know if you could see that, but I don't know which line is the quarter line. So let's see if I can measure here to 3 1/4, should be right about here. And then, right? 3 1/4, wait. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so confused. Okay, so this is the 7 side. So I need to make this side 3 1/4. So 3 1/4. Okay, you can't see the mark very well, but I can, so, okay. Go ahead and score it here. So then my pocket will be 3 1/4 high by 7 wide, which is the same as my other pockets. So it's the same as my pockets in my envelope. Okay, so this is going to be for my month ahead that I'm going to keep in that binder, and then I'm also going to be keeping this one in my wallet, and this one's for blessing. I think this is about, let's see, 6.5. Okay, so this should be 3 1/4. Again, roughly there. Just fold it. So the other day, my husband and I were at the grocery store, and I had my my grocery cash envelope. And there was a lady in front of us, and she had her little boy in the cart with her, and she had just a few items that she was trying to check out, or trying to, you know, ring up and pay for. Okay, that didn't turn out well. Okay. I think she was making spaghetti, and she didn't even have ground beef on her, in her, you know, with her items. She only had the pasta and the spaghetti sauce. She had 2 different kinds of spaghetti sauce, and she had like croutons and lettuce. I think she was gonna probably have a salad with her dinner. I'm just trimming off the excess here. But she was looking at the total of her groceries, and then she said, okay, well, can you switch out this spaghetti sauce for this spaghetti sauce because it's cheaper? And then she was going to put back her croutons because she didn't have enough for the croutons. She only had a certain amount of money to spend on her groceries, and she was just trying to figure out what on the little conveyor belt she could put back to bring her under the amount that, you know, that she had to pay. So she was going back and forth between the cheaper spaghetti, between putting the croutons back. She was gonna put her little watermelon back, so they weren't gonna have a fruit or anything. And I wanted to cry for her, because I know how it is to be strapped for cash. I know how it is to count every single penny almost that you have. And I know how it is to worry about not being able to feed your children. And so I looked at my husband, and I must have had a look on my face because I felt like I was gonna cry. And so we ended up paying for her groceries. And that, we paid for her groceries out of our grocery budget, out of my grocery envelope. So that's what prompted me. I have a giving envelope. If you guys have been here for a while, you know I have a giving envelope. But I think I'm gonna I wanted to make a blessing envelope to keep on me in case I have those moments where I can be a blessing to someone in need. So that's what this is for. Long story short, or I don't even know if that was short. But anyways, that's the whole point in this little blessing envelope that I'm gonna be keeping in my wallet. And it is smaller than my binders, but it was just a scrap piece of paper that I had. So I'm gonna be using this for that purpose. So anyways, I'm going to now put this to the side, and I'm going to get my laminating pockets, because now we're going to laminate these so that we can make our little envelopes. So I'm going to put this one up here at the top, just because the other envelopes are vellum, and I kind of want it to be like, I don't know, balanced. This is cardstock, so it's a little thicker. I may have to cut this out and run it through a couple times. And then I'm going to put this one here, and I'm going to put the openings towards the middle. I'm going to leave enough so that I can cut the bottom for her to hole punch, because mine, it doesn't really matter to me, but mine, you can see I punched through some of the cardstock. Can you see that? Am I in camera? Okay. So mine, you can see I punched through some of the cardstock on my envelopes because I didn't leave enough of an edge or a margin on the laminating sheet, which I don't mind. But for hers, I'm gonna try to make that make her a margin for the hole punches. So yeah, so then we'll put this one like this so that we have enough of the margin, and then I'm gonna run this through my laminator. I'm also going to do the same thing with the pocket that I'm making for myself. I'm gonna put the cardstock one at the top, and then I'm gonna put my daughter's 2 envelopes in here with the top towards the middle. Only because I find when I run several of them through my laminator, it seals better. Let me move this one. It seals better along the outside than it does in between 2 envelopes. I'm not sure why. So I'm just gonna put them towards the middle because I am gonna end up cutting the top part of these, but I wanna make sure that I have a big enough margin along the bottom for her envelopes. So, is that right? The bottom. Oh no. Oh yeah, the bottom. Okay, so I'm gonna run these through my laminator and I'll be right back. Okay, so I am back. I have laminated all of my pockets. I don't know if you can see, but we got a really good seal around the vellum, but around the cardstock, it's kind of, there's a bigger air bubble, especially on this one, you can tell. There's a bigger air bubble on the side. So once I cut this one out, I'm probably gonna run this back through my laminator. This, I think, pretty sure this happens because this is cardstock and it's thicker than, obviously, than the vellum. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut these out. And like I mentioned, for my daughters, I'm just gonna cut out the cardstock ones, just these are just for me, so I'm not really worried about the bottom margin, but I'm gonna run this, while I'm cutting out my daughters, I'm gonna go ahead and run this back through the laminating, through my laminator, just to see if I can get a better seal on that. And then for hers, like I mentioned, I'm gonna probably leave about maybe a 1/2 inch, line it up along the 1/2 inch line on my paper cutter to leave room for the hole punching. I think that should be enough. That way it doesn't punch through the vellum. And then the same thing on this one. We'll leave about a 1/2 inch on the bottom. Okay, and then since this is obviously all sealed, there's no way to open it. So I'm gonna line the edge of the vellum up on the groove of my paper cutter so that it will cut through the laminating, and then I'll be able to open the pocket. So I'm gonna do that right here. I'm just gonna line it up with my my paper cutter. And then, did I get close enough? Yep. So now it's a pocket. So now I just have to trim the edges a little bit, but I'm gonna do the same for this one. Line it up along the top. And then there's that pocket. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same with this one. I did get a better seal. I'm gonna do the same with this one, and then I'll be right, yeah. Run this through the laminator, and then cut these out, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I have her envelopes cut out at the bottom and the top, so I have my little pocket. I need to be careful because I got like fingernail polish like smudged on here. But anyways, here's a little pocket. I'm just gonna cut off the edges, the sides now. So I wanna be careful. There's a little air bubble right here. So I wanna be careful not to cut into that air bubble because I wanna make sure that the sides stay sealed. So I'm probably just gonna line it up probably around 1/8 of an inch. Yeah, that looks good. Just do the sides of all of these envelopes at 1/8 of an inch. And then, so it's just gonna look like that with a bigger margin here for hole punching, and then I will be right back. Okay, so now I have all of her envelopes cut out. I'm gonna go ahead and cut my envelopes out. And again, like I said, these are just for my own personal use. What was my top? What was the top? Was this the top? Oh yeah, this was the top. Okay, so I'm just going to, when I made my envelopes, I did 1/4 of an inch along the bottom. So that's what I'm going to do again. It doesn't matter to me if I punch into the cardstock. And then I did 1/8 of an inch on the sides. And then I'm just gonna cut along the top to open up the pocket. And this one, I don't know if you can see, I folded it unevenly. So this little pattern paper was the inside. So I'm just gonna trim along the edge of the polka dot paper so that I don't have that, the inside pattern showing. And then that way it'll also open up the pocket. So I'm just gonna try to line that up the best I can. And cut that, just like that. And now I have a pocket for my month ahead. And then this pocket is going to be for my wallet. And this was the top. Okay, so I'm just going to cut the bottom. I'll probably do the same in case I ever want to punch holes and stick it in my binder, but I don't think I will because it's smaller. And then the sides are going to be 1/8. And then the top, I'm just going to cut open right along the cardstock. And I didn't get close enough. So let me just do that one more time. Yeah. Okay, so now this is my giving. Or my blessing for my wallet. Okay, so now that that's all done, I'm going to get my little corner rounder and I'm going to round all the corners because these are kind of sharp. So I'll just do this real quick. And then unfortunately this doesn't have a bottom tray, so like all the little corner pieces fall on my desk, but that's okay. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are doing well. For me, it is a holiday weekend. Labor Day is Monday. So kind of looking forward to having the time off of work. An extra day is always nice. We're not doing anything spectacular, but what about you guys? Do you guys have any plans for Labor Day? Do you have the day off? Leave a comment below. Let me know. And I don't know, I like doing paper crafty things. And I love that I can incorporate that into my budgeting and my budget binders. So if there's anything that you see that you have questions about, let me know. And I'll see if I can answer them for you. These, I'm probably going to have to hole punch these off camera using my other hole punch. I don't know if it'll go through the Happy Planner punch because this kind of tends to be a little temperamental. So for my daughters, I'm just going to just kind of center the pocket. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? I'm just gonna try to center the pocket as much as I can between the little, the hole punchy things. And then, yeah, it's just, sorry, that was really loud. There, and then there's, I don't know if you can see that, but they're all punched out. So this will be for her little binder. I'm gonna do the same for these other pockets. So now that her pockets are all done, I'm going to get the, this would make a really cute back cover, but I don't know if she'd like that. So I'm gonna get the black and the green, and I'm going to make covers now for her little binder. So these are, $3 1/4. So I'm gonna make her covers just a little bit bigger. Maybe let's see if 3 1/2. Where's my paper cutter? Maybe I'll make them 3 1/2. See how that looks. If you want to make your own, it's really easy, and you can make them bigger, like 4 by 6, or well, I wouldn't recommend 6 because the width of a bill is 6. So maybe make it a little bit bigger than 6, but then you can make your pockets as deep. You know, they don't have to be only this. They can be however much you want to make it. However you feel comfortable storing your money. So this, oops, what am I doing? So then the width of this was 6 1/2. So let's make this 6 3/4. Oh no, I make it 6 1/2 because I still need to laminate these two. So we're just gonna make these 6 1/2. So 3 1/2 by 6 1/2 is what we're doing. So 3.5 by 6.5. Did I do that right? Yes. So now once I get these laminated, they'll cover. Yeah, they'll cover. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put these through the laminator. Just like this for her front and back. Maybe I'll leave a little bit extra for her margins, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I have laminated her front and back covers, and now I'm just going to cut them out. Again, I'm going to leave a 1/4 inch margin at the bottom. Let me just cut them in half real quick. Okay, so these I'm going to leave a 1/4 inch margin at the bottom, like so, and then I'll leave probably, no, that's a 1/2 inch. Sorry, that's a 1/2 inch at the bottom, and I'm probably going to leave a 1/4 inch at the top, so it's just a little bit bigger than her her envelopes. And then the sides will be 1/8 of an inch, roughly. And then the same with this one, we'll make it a 1/2 inch at the bottom. We'll make it a 1/4 inch at the top. And we'll make it 1/8 of an inch on the sides. Okay, so again, move that out of the way. We'll go ahead and round the corners on these as well. And then we'll hole punch these. Again, centering them the best. Just eyeballing it, centering it. And then do this one. Okay. So now we have our back cover. I'm going to put the back on the black on the back and the green on the front, and then she can, you know, rearrange it however she wants. So the cool thing about these two is that if she decides she wants a different color or a different pattern paper or anything like that, then we can always switch out her covers, and it'll be yeah, it can be ever changing according to her, you know, what she wants. We can make, you know, Christmas covers for the month of December if we want to. So we'll just snap in all of her little envelopes here. And then, so she's got savings. She has gifts for her friends for like birthdays and Christmas or just because type gifts. And then we have her car tags and her car insurance. So this is her little book. I don't know, it's kind of, the covers are kind of big. Maybe I'll cut those down a little bit. Maybe. I'll see what she thinks. Maybe I'll cut them down. But yeah, so cute. Okay. Car insurance, car tags, gifts, and savings. So yeah, maybe I'll make the covers a little bit smaller. We'll see what she thinks. So yeah, that's her binder. Just put that here. And then for my month ahead, let me see if it'll hole punch. Let's just see. I think we might be pushing it. Yeah, we're pushing it because it's not even going between the little hole punchy things. So I'm gonna have to hole punch this off camera. Actually, hold please, I'm gonna go get my hole punch. Hold on, 1 second. Okay, so I have this hole puncher, which also does the little mushroomy kind of hole punch that works with the discs. So I'm just going to, this is a heavy dutier punch than this. So I'm just going to kind of, I don't know, so much of what I do is kind of eyeballing it, but let's see. Let's take one of my other pockets and just kind of see where we are. Let's do it that way. So I'm just going to approximate a hole punch right there. And then from here, oh man, I punched the top. I punched the top, you guys. All right, that's okay. We'll just, thank goodness they're my pockets, right? So we'll just do the bottom. Sorry about that. So I'm just going to line up and punch it right about there. And then that's funny. I may redo this off camera because I don't know if that's gonna bother me. Okay, so now that I have the hole punch, I can line it up with this little thing, and then it'll hole punch the next one and it'll all be evenly spaced. So I'm just gonna put it right there and then hole punch. And then right there, and then hole punch. So because this is punching through cardstock, it is a little, you do need a heavier duty, whatever. You need a stronger hole puncher than the Happy Planner one, because it won't punch through laminate and then cardstock on top of that. So anyways, there's my pocket, and I had printed out my Cricut for a month ahead, but I'm gonna go ahead and redo this because this is gonna end up bothering me. So I'm gonna redo that off camera, and then I'm sure when I do my envelope stuffing in a couple weeks, then we'll see how this turned out. But I'm just gonna tuck that Cricut vinyl in there for my pocket once I redo it, and then we'll move these out of the side, or these to the side. And then for this one that I'm going to be keeping in my wallet, I'm gonna put this, and I just did this on my Cricut really quick. Let me put this back in here. In the same type of font as this, but yeah. So I'm just going to, hopefully this peels up. I don't use the Cricut transfer tape. I use Dollar Tree clear shelf paper. And it works most of the time. And then I also reuse things over and over again. So, but it's just transfer. So I'm just going to center it the best I can, and then kind of burnish it down with my bone folder. I have like a scraper tool, but I don't want to go pause everything and go get it. So I'm just going to use my little bone folder here, and hopefully it'll work. And then, like I said, I'm just going to keep this one in my, oh, look, I forgot the dot. Okay, anyways, so I'm just going to keep this one in my wallet. And yeah, that's how that looks. Oh, I forgot the little circle from the bee. Let me see if that'll come up. Yep. So this is the one I'm going to keep in my wallet, and I'll start stuffing this one I'll probably throw $5 from miscellaneous in there, just to have it on me. But this is going to stay in my wallet. And then this is for my daughter. I think I'm gonna make these smaller off camera for her. And then, and yeah, and then I'll put my month ahead in here after I redo it. So, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and redo this now, and then I'm gonna come back so that you can see how it looks in my little binder here. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I fixed it. Here's my month ahead. This is my one that I messed up by punching the wrong side. So this is my month ahead folder or envelope, and I'm going to put it into my savings. So month ahead on mortgage already, so I'm just gonna stick this one here. I may or may not try to do a little notch because sometimes my circle punch doesn't work very well cutting through laminate and then cardstock on top of it. So I may leave that like it is, but then it may bother me that it's not like all the other ones. So we'll see. But anyways, that's where I'm tucking my month ahead into my savings binder. And then my blessings is going to go into my wallet. I didn't end up putting my my month ahead into my sinking funds. It's just going to be part of my savings, and then my blessings will be in my wallet. And then I also, while I was fixing that, I went ahead and fixed my my daughter's covers. I made them a little bit smaller. So this is the other. This is the previous one that I had done on camera, and I just trimmed it down a little bit. So this is like 1/4 of an inch smaller, roughly. And I like that better. So now this is her little savings binder. So that is it for today. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you guys found it helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. And thanks so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you guys have a great long weekend if you have Labor Day off. And again, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys all next time. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.